norsk-amerikanere I moderlandet for å få sin største drøm oppfylt, et møte med sin norske slekt.
Knowing that I have family here, I really hope that I get the chance to meet them. It would be so meaningful.
I ulike konkurranser må de vise at de klarer å tilpasse seg den norske hverdagen. Men hver uke må den som gjør det dårligst reise hjem til Amerika med uforrettet sak.
I'm just going to fight till the end until someone says stop, don't do it anymore.
Til slutt står det igjen en vinner som dermed får møte sin norske familie.
Family means a lot to me. I am here to take this all the way. My Viking is ready to fight.
Denne uka har amerikanerne endelig kommet seg nord for polarsirkelen, nærmere bestemt Lofoten, med sitt ville, vakre og unike landskap.
I honestly can't believe I'm here. This is unbelievable. Look at that. It just goes up so high. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life.
Like, look at all the gulls over there. I think they're dive bombing after schooling fish. Lofoten got to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen, and I have seen a lot of beautiful Norway. When I think of Norway, it's going north. It's hard to believe that I am in the land of the midnight sun right now. It's knockout gorgeous. We're in the land of lutefisk.
Oh!
See, there's where we dry the cod into the stockfish, and then you abuse it with lye and boil it, you get lutefisk. So I feel like I'm coming home. My dad always said it's why the Vikings were so mean. They had to eat lutefisks. That would piss anybody off if that was breakfast.
I love it up
And
here.
all this because we were lucky enough to last as long as we have.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel so lucky.
And it's crazy to think like we're halfway and think about all the stuff that we've done. My experiences in Norway have been one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life, and every single week is just better and better and better. So I hope to just stay longer and longer, and I just love it here so much.
What are in these bags?
There are a bunch of bags over here.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh, Christmas presents?
If it's lutefisk, I'm very sad.
Whoa, wait.
These are not for us.
Oh my gosh, guys, look at this.
It's a Viking helmet! Viking helmet!
It's Viking time! Like, oh, holy cow! Woo! We're gonna do this! I'm clearly very excited. Viking!
Yes!
We're going back in time. We're going
I'm sorry, but I like this way better than a bunad. This is my childhood fantasy, living itself out. This is so freaking awesome.
This ain't right.
This is right.
This isn't right.
This has gotta be right.
This is not how it's supposed to look. Barrett helped me get dressed in what seemed to be a Viking evening gown, so I hope I looked okay. I know I looked okay.
Vikingtiden var Norges storhetstid. Det var perioden da kamplystne nordmenn plyndret, herjet og voldtok rundt i Europa. For de fryktløse vikingene var det verst tenkelige å dø stille i egen seng. Aller helst skulle de dø i kamp. Selv om den gjengse oppfatning av viking ikke bare høres ut som noe å være stolt av, bruker vi nordmenn i dag ordet som en hedersbetegnelse. Han er en ekte viking, sier vi. Vi nordmenn har en innebygget trang til å utfordre oss selv. Vi trosser vær og vind for å være ute i naturen, hopper fra høye fjell, bader i iskaldt vann og spiser de merkeligste ting. Denne innstillingen til livet kan kanskje komme av vikingblodet som fortsatt renner i årene våre. Og nå er det på tide å finne ut hvor mye av denne fryktløse holdningen som ennå kan spores hos våre norsk-amerikanske venner. Welcome to the beautiful Lofoten! You look amazing. Amazing. Very beautiful. Viking blood still runs through our Norwegian veins. So this week, you will get the chance to bring out your inner Viking.
This is my Viking.
The Vikings went all over the world to raid and loot. And in the first team competition, you are going to be true Vikings. You are going plundering.
I am so excited to go plundering because, I mean, when in my life did I ever think I was going to get to go on a Viking raid? Hello, that's the best part about being a Viking, so bring it on. I'm excited. Let's go plunder the village. Yeah!
I landsbyen hersker fryd og gammen, og innbyggerne aner ikke noe om faren som venter. Deltakerne må stjele 5 skattkister, 4 sekker mel, kidnappe 2 jomfruer, og de må røve med seg landsbybeboernes 2 eneste sauer. Laget som bruker kortest tid på plyndringstoktet vinner en viktig fordel I neste lagkonkurranse.
To me, it's kind of like, it's going to be a day at the Viking Mall. Got to pick up some flour, got to pick up some sheep, a couple of virgins. Check, check, check. Let's go.
You want to, like, practice?
Yeah, I'll carry the girls, and I think I'm just gonna carry them just like this.
It's really important that we win this competition. I really want to get the advantage and stay another week in Norway. Plus, I lost my passport, so I can't really go home. Shit.
Whoa, yeah! Woo!
Winning this competition is extremely important, knowing that I have the Spirit Award. I want my team members to know that I'm contributing, and I just hope we all do our best.
Team Blue, are you ready to release your inner Viking?
Yeah! Woo!
Klar, ferdig, plunder!
Woo!
Good luck! Oh, shit.
I feel like our team's definitely physically stronger than the other team. The hardest parts of the challenge are going to be the sheep and the maidens, getting them up over the hill.
My task in the competition is to be a scout. I'm supposed to be available to leave if she needs help with the goats, lambs. I'm supposed to be available to leave if she needs help with the animals. I'm a little nervous about the treasure chests and finding them because I know that people used to hide their treasures and they sometimes buried them very deep so that the Vikings couldn't come in and take them.
Klar, ferdig, plunder!
This team competition is awesome. My 7-year-old self would have killed to be able to do this, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved every second of it. Sorry, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna handle just the ladies. I'm gonna pull those guys across the hill. Barrett's gonna handle all of the wheat. Eric's gonna go out and find all the treasures, and Colby will be herding the sheep up the hill.
Men dette selvfølgelig ikke innbyggerne I landsbyen særlig glade for.
I was totally surprised. I got so much kelp in the face. Some of it even came in my mouth at one point. I had to spit it out. I guess I can understand why they were so angry. We were taking everything from them, but God, that was tough stuff.
They could have been throwing rocks at me and it probably wouldn't have mattered because we were on task to do this thing as fast as possible. But it took me by surprise, I guess, a little bit, so.
Right away, we were able to locate 4 of the chests, but I still needed to find that last chest, so we were looking pretty high for it, and it wasn't there.
Den siste kista står nemlig ute på en unselig tue ute I det lille vannet.
Andy, it's on the island. Okay, thank you. Grab that, I'll get the chest. When I saw the treasure out in the water, my assumption was I need to jump in the water to get to, because I didn't have a stick or anything to grab it. So I just jumped into the water.
Stop! That's the treasure!
Perhaps I may have been able to jump to the, I mean, it was maybe 3 feet. Maybe I could have jumped there, but sort of Viking would do.
Come on, Andy, let's go!
That was good. Get in the water, get the frickin' stuff, and get out of there.
Men den strategien ikke like lett å overføre til 2 sprell levende sauer.
I noticed that the sheep were giving Colby a little bit of trouble at the beginning, so I tried to run over and help him get him moving.
It's okay. The sheep were a little hard to control. They were scared, and then all of a sudden people were throwing things at us, and it doesn't help the situation. Well, that's just rude. It was just poor manners. What's a few sheep and a few virgins? I mean, really, kelp in my face? You don't mess with that.
No, not the sheep!
Don't take our sheep, it's all we have. And there was like a small part of me that was like, I'm so sorry. But no, gotta do it.
One chest left.
One chest left.
One chest left.
På blått lag det nå bare sauene som gjenstår før oppdraget fullført.
Right as soon as we got into the mix of people throwing shit at us, I slipped, dropped the ropes. Feel a bit sheepish, if you will. Things didn't go how I expected. I think I did kind of a bad part.
She's got it. She's got it. She's got it. She's got it. Come on, Barrett. Go, go, go. You got it. You got it. You got it.
No. Dropping the ropes was like the worst feeling in the world, especially knowing that my team's efforts were riding on what I did as well.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just feel like I really let you guys down.
It's all good.
It's so much shittier when it's not an individual competition and someone else is at stake.
I know. But we're all tough, you know, we'll work through it. I'm not upset at you. I don't think those guys are. In hindsight, I kind of think we should have had 2 people on the sheep. Hopefully it really doesn't come back to haunt us, but I do feel like everyone did well, and I'm satisfied with what we did.
You plundered like real Vikings.
Yes!
And you carried virgins like nobody has carried a virgin before. I'm impressed. Well done. The winning team will get an advantage in the next team competition. Blue team, you actually didn't get everything back. You lost the sheep. So blue team, you are disqualified. I'm sorry.
Hearing Henrietta say that we were disqualified was a big blow. It's one thing to let yourself down in individual challenges, but when the team is counting on you to do a job and you fail, it's terrible.
I feel pretty horrible about being disqualified from the competition. Just losing because of something haphazard bugs me.
So the winners are Team Red.
All right.
Whoa! Congratulations, Team Red. Everybody, it's been a long day and you guys need some rest because tomorrow is gonna be tough. So enjoy the rest of the evening and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm really happy that we won the challenge. I'm glad we're gonna have the advantage, especially if the challenge is going to be very difficult tomorrow, as Henrietta said. That makes me a little nervous.
Walking into the Viking farm was like walking into one of my childhood fantasies. It absolutely felt like a scene from a Viking paradise. I loved it.
I felt bigger than life. I felt so Viking today. And just like I was also just stepping into familiar surroundings with a bunch of friends. It felt really solid, really good. I meant to do that. I can't think of words to really describe how special this day is to me.
What a cool place. I have never in my life seen such a cool thing. I mean, to go to the largest longhouse ever discovered in Europe, what a cool experience.
Hi, välkommen till Burg.
Ja, tusen tack.
Please come inside. The feast is about to begin.
Woo! feast! Yes! Viking feast, let's go.
I was taken aback when we walked inside this longhouse, and it was amazing. The music, with the ambiance, the fire. It was like going back in time to my ancestors' ancestors. You know, it was wonderful.
It was like the spookiest, most ominous, kind of creepy, but super cool, amazing. I mean, honestly, it was just such a cool vibe, and the drumming, I never wanted it to stop.
It's just cool to know that this might be one of our families could have done this, or like one of my ancestors back in the day did this. Because there's a reason I think that I'm so into this scene.
Dine ættlinger påkaller deg, Odin, våres ættefader. Vei nøyd og vis! Blod fra hengst, blod fra okse, blod fra garte og mannablod. Hør med ganga råd, vær min venn!
That offering kind of made me uncomfortable. I was throwing blood on statues and stuff. It was a little intense, but how authentic can you get? That was pretty neat to see.
Being a part of the Blut was probably one of the most significant things I've ever done. I almost wanted to like start crying. It was just very meaningful and very powerful.
Odin og Frøy, skål!
I am the Volva. I can see forgotten past, and I can see unknown future. It's becoming clear. One person in this room is going to meet someone they never met at the end of their current journey.
That was so cool. When she like made the fire explode and told us that someone in this room will meet their family, I was like, ah, I hope it's me. This is so cool. I'm freaking out a little bit.
I know, yeah.
If I have hope for anything in this whole experience is to feel like a Viking, and you know, I have my goofy stocking cap, and I always felt like I had the spirit of it, but to be here,
So cool.
this is just...
This is so cool. Can you imagine living in one of these things? I mean...
I can't imagine it because we're living in it right now.
I know,
we're
I don't
doing
ever want to
it.
leave. I don't ever want to leave. I love
No,
it. This
I
is
am
so cool. And
so
the
over
drumming
the moon.
and like the... Oh my God.
Skull. Because this is, quite
is so
honestly,
cool.
probably one of the finest moments of my life.
I'm like, I don't ever
Sitting
want to
here.
leave.
Feel like a Viking.
I know. You look like a Viking too.
Well, I tell you, there are many stories here. The stories of the gods. There's a story of how Odin's son Thor lost his hammer. Would you like to hear that one?
Yes.
Well, in the beginning of things, there was no world, no stars, no sky, nothing. There were only trolls. For the trolls were the most ancient of all the living creatures who breathed. And they lived in Jotunheim, down in the land of frost and darkness.
The storyteller was super intense. He was like a very salty man that just like gave his all, and that was just awesome. And I don't really know that many of the stories, so it was really cool in this context to be given some of that you know, I guess history. It was really amazing.
Every morning when Thor would wake up, he would always reach for Mjolnir, his hammer. But one morning, he reached and it wasn't there.
wow, that's a little bit irresponsible for the god of thunder to just sort of like lose track of his hammer.
He lost his hammer, which, tie that thing to your wrist if it's that big of a deal. Don't lose the hammer.
Trim the troll has got Thor's hammer, and he will not give it back unless you go to Jotunheim and become his bride. Why? Well, no, if you've seen a woman upset, never will Freya be seen to be such a forlorn bride that you'd have to take a troll as a husband. And just then, the god Heimdall spoke up. Thor, you must go. You must put on Freya's wedding dress and play the blushing bride.
I was totally surprised when I heard that Thor was a cross-dresser, that this epic, thunderous Viking god, you know, who cracked his hammer on people and brought lightning upon, you know, humanity. This guy was gonna put on a dress to trick someone. Totally shocked, never expected that.
Well, Trim the troll, he goes, quickly, let's get the wedding ceremony ready. Go fetch Thor's hammer and put it in Freya's lap. Well, inside Thor's heart, he's laughing now as his hand slowly goes down and grasps the handle of his hammer. He stands up and he wriggles his eyebrows. The bridal veil falls. He goes, ha ha, throws his hammer, and a thunderbolt takes out Trim and the whole clan and leaves the whole hall in a rubble.
Everybody just tuned in. I was really having one of the finest moments of my life. I felt my inner Viking all along. I've always claimed to be Viking, and I was surrounded by my brothers and sisters it was the real deal.
Skål to Thor! Skål! And skål to all of you.
It really made me appreciate the roots, not just of my ancestors of a couple centuries ago, but of thousands of years ago. You know, that it permeates our blood, and it makes you proud to be a Viking from old Norway.
Etter pausen blir det igjen alvor for amerikanerne. Da utfordrer vi dem til å stå ansikt til ansikt med sin egen frykt.
What fear would that be?
8 norsk-amerikanere er i moderlandet for å konkurrere om et møte med sin norske slekt.
I definitely can't stop thinking about meeting my family. I'm feeling closer and closer every week.
Denne uka har amerikanerne tredd inn i vikingenes univers.
Everyone wants to be a Viking, so it's like a dream come true.
Og før pausen fikk de oppleve vikinglivet slik det fortonet seg for 1000 år siden.
I felt a little bit high.
Nå har tiden kommet for at de skal få lære mer om hvordan vikingblodet fortsatt renner i den moderne nordmanns årer. Og den leksa skal amerikanerne få etter at de har flyttet inn i det svært så idylliske fiskeværet Nussfjord.
Nussfjord is beautiful. It's like, it's very primordial to me. It seems like the beginning of the earth somehow, with mountains just rising straight out of the water. And I haven't gone swimming yet, but I'm guessing it's super cold.
Wow.
Seaweed.
The view is stunning. The water is so clear, and if it was warm, I would be in it right now.
This is like the best, most authentic way I think you could spend, you know, a few days in Lofoten. This is awesome.
Unquestionably.
It is beautiful.
We're in a postcard again.
I can't believe it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Crystal clear blue waters. This is like true, authentic Lofoten living, and I'm excited about it.
Oh, what?
Are we in the right place?
Okay. I mean, we've stayed in some rustic accommodations, but oh man, this was straight up dirty. This is gonna be very interesting.
And it's old, huh? I thought we were gonna be surprised with something nice.
We walked in and it was just wooden walls, wooden floor. There was some like fishing gear in there, and I thought to myself, oh, not again. I can't sleep like this again.
It's a toilet.
Shit.
We found the bathroom, and it's a hole in the floor.
Do they really shit right in the ocean? To me, this is so mind-boggling. So is that really the bathroom?
I'm never gonna use that outside toilet, so I'll just have to hold it.
How sanitary. It just doesn't feel very sanitary. But, I mean, it's the experience, right? I want to stay in a fisherman's cabin.
Please tell me there's something really amazing behind door number 3. Oh, look at this.
Oh. We went from like a low to a high, so a low to almost high. So we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. You're great.
You guys, there's a note. As you know, it says leave. As you know, your ancestors are from this area. You are now going to get the chance to learn more about your ancestors. Henrietta.
Yay! Oh my God, that's awesome.
Oh, this is so exciting. Yay, that's awesome.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I hope to find out a little bit about the daily lives of what my ancestors actually did, because our family really has no idea. And one thing I can tell is that this geography breeds tough people. So I'm really excited to see if maybe I inherited some of that toughness. Dear Liv, your great-grandmother, Marguerite Mosling, came from Ofoten here in Nordland. The Mosling family was highly influential in this area during the 19th century. Marguerite's grandfather and your great-great-great-grandfather, Statius Jacob Mosling, was a well-respected man who in his youth bought his first farm during the economic recession of 1812. Wow. The information about him is totally unknown in my family. There's the big man himself.
Livs tipp-tippoldefars økonomiske suksess sikret at etterkommerne, og blant dem Livs oldemor Margarete, kunne leve trygge og gode liv.
But then in 1869, the year that Marguerite turned 7 years old, tragedy struck the family, and they lost that which was most dear to them, Marguerite's beloved mother. She died at just 38 years of age, leaving behind her heartbroken young children and husband. This tragedy shook Marguerite's childhood, but happier times eventually came. She started at a school taught by traveling teachers who held lessons at different farms in the area. One of these teachers was Simon Johannes Johansson Numedal. As you know, they fell in love, but Simon immigrated in search of a better future in America. However, he never forgot his charming pupil, Marguerite. Finally, in 1882, Marguerite crossed the Atlantic and wed the man she loved. Their marriage brought 13 children, 10 girls and 3 boys. Tragically, all 3 boys died young, but their 10 beautiful girls survived. They were photographed together with Marguerite and Simone in a unique picture found in Marguerite's hometown and handed over to your Norwegian relatives. That's so much more than I expected to get.
Og en av de 10 jentene var Livs bestemor Stella.
Wow. Stella! I know her. That's my grandmother. I don't remember her because she died so young, but she was very, very, very important to my dad. He was very close with his mother. This is so incredible. That side of the family is the one that I've always wondered about, and just being able to share that with my dad right now, I think would be a very special moment for both of us. Family for me is my home base. It's everything to me. So this is the greatest gift anyone could receive. I can't wait to share it with them. Reading this information just kind of fuels me to get to the end and win, so I can not only have the history of the Mosling family, but the modern day stories and get to know some of the people who are still alive. I can't think of anything more significant in my life that I could do right now.
Det straks klart for den andre og avgjørende lagkonkurransen, hvor vinnerlaget kan sikre seg 1 uke til i Norge, mens taperne kan risikere å måtte reise hjem til Amerika. Var det én ting vikingene var, så var det tøffe. Smerte og andre ubehageligheter, det lot de seg ikke affektere av. Fryktløshet var den beste egenskapen en viking kunne ha. Så nå må norsk-amerikanerne, som etterkommere av ekte vikinger, vise at også de kan overvinne sin egen frykt. I den andre lagkonkurransen får en person fra hvert lag bind for øynene og henges opp i et tau over det iskalde arktiske havet.
What? I have to hang by a rope over a fjord?
Om deltakerne faller i vannet eller ikke, spiller ingen rolle for utfallet av konkurransen. Amerikanerne nemlig utstyrt med pulsmålere som måler avviket fra hvilepulsen. Og den som blir minst stresset over muligheten av å få seg en ufrivillig dukkert, vinner 1 poeng til sitt lag.
So, keep my heart rate low, because that's easy to do. I'm scared to go into the icy cold water, but there are 3 people out there ready and willing to save me, so I'm going to focus on that.
Om deltakerne havner i vannet eller ikke, avgjøres nemlig av lagkameratene på land, som vil kjempe mot hverandre i forskjellige utfordringer for å redde de utvalgte fra det kalde vannet.
What? So if my teammates fail, I drop into the water?
We're definitely going to save Travis from the icy cold water. No doubt about it.
You betcha.
Yep.
I'm really questioning the ability of my team right now. But no, shit. Holy crap.
Siden rødt lag vant forrige lagkonkurranse, kan de velge hvem på blått lag deres kandidater skal konkurrere mot.
We knew Travis was going to more or less shit a brick, being hung out over the water. He doesn't like to lose control. He's blindfolded, he's suspended, he might honestly mess up his hair. We knew his heart rate was going to race like a hamster in a wheel. So we put him up against Andy. We kind of sensed a little apprehension from her versus the other team members.
The only way your team can save you is by winning a tug of war. Are you worried?
A little bit.
Once one of the team has won, one of you guys will immediately fall into the water. Klar, ferdig, dra!
Let's go. No.
Utfallet av taukonkurransen altså ikke utslagsgivende når poengene skal deles ut, men avgjør bare hvem av de 2 som faller i vannet. Den virkelige konkurransen står mellom Andy og Travis. Den av de 2 som får minst avvik fra sin opprinnelige hvilepuls, vil vinne duellen og dermed få 1 poeng til sitt lag.
I kept thinking, okay, focus on the birds, focus on pretty sounds, and then my head would creep in and I just couldn't control it. It would be like, oh, I hope I get to fall, or I hope they drop me. So my heart rate, every time I did that, I'm sure went up.
It was quite horrible, actually, hanging up there, dangling above the icy, frigid waters of the North Atlantic. I tried to calm down as much as possible, but despite my heavy breathing, my heart was racing. I tried as hard as I could to keep it down, but it was stressful. The water was salty, but actually very, very cold. At least I get to say I plunged into the Arctic Ocean. I'm very excited about that. Damn it.
Mer alvorlig for Travis enn den kalde dukkerten var at hans puls steg langt mer enn Andys i sekundene før tauet ble løsnet. Derfor tappte han duellen, og det første poenget går til Andy og blått lag. I den andre duellen har rødt lag valgt at Colby skal møte Carrack.
There's not a lot that scares me to the point that I ever actually feel my heart beating, so I think I'll be okay.
Your teams will now, in pairs, do an arm wrestle. The team that gets the most wins have saved their teammates, while the person on the losing team will have to face the Arctic immediately.
I really, really, really want to be saved by my teammates. I trust my team, but I don't trust my team.
Klar, ferdig, bryt!
There was one point where I know I could physically feel my heart beating, and I was like, oh man, I better calm down, you know? But I mean, no one ever thinks to train their own heart rate, you know? So it was definitely a challenge.
No matter what my team did, even though I knew they'd support me, I just had to worry about myself. And, you know, when it comes down to resting a heartbeat, I mean, how can you control that? Dang it. That's a good
I denne duellen var det Colby som fikk minst avvik fra hvilepulsen, og dermed skårer han poeng for det røde laget, og stillingen er nå 1-1 før den tredje duellen.
What's next?
What's next?
What is next?
Og der er det ikke bare deltakerne I tauet som må takle sin egen frykt. For å redde lagkameraten fra et kaldt og vått møte, må nemlig alle de 3 gjenværende deltakerne på laget klare å tømme et glass med ferskt okseblod I løpet av 30 sekunder.
You could see the panic go over everybody's face at the same time, you know. We've all talked about doing things like this, and it's easy to talk a big game, but when it's time to actually do it, you see what people are made of.
It was disgusting, but I just tried to breathe, but I was gonna puke.
Vikings did this
Yeah,
for nutrition.
I can do it.
I had no idea what the contest was, and as soon as Henrietta said, you gotta drink ox blood, I was like, they'll all do that for me.
I think I feel slightly sick to my stomach without even doing it, so we'll see what happens.
Both teams will have to finish all the ox blood within 30 seconds. If not, you will fall into the water immediately. Starting right now!
The ocean, for me, is my go-to place to relax. I just think of diving deeper and deeper and deeper. That's where I feel most comfortable. So this was just a very unique hammock.
In my mind, I was playing with my kids and I was hanging with my wife, so I just had all these beautiful, serene, loving images in my mind. But that damn harness was like so tight around my balls. I didn't really think of anything else, winning, losing, going in the water, how my teammates were doing. It was really came down to one thing, my balls.
Just try not to look at it.
Let's school this.
School.
Woo!
Both teams have now drunk all the ox blood. You're both safe.
I had a pretty low pulse rate, and once Henrietta said they both drank all of it, then my heart sped up a little bit, but before that it was really calm, so I think I did pretty good.
Sorry, did something just happen? I just had the nicest nap. But Awaking's gotta get his sleep, so when are we gonna start this thing?
Greg og Eric har blitt reddet fra en kald og ubehagelig opplevelse. Men ikke uten at lagkameratene har betalt en ganske høy pris.
Gross, that was so gross.
That was so disgusting. My stomach just does not approve. I honestly had to fight to keep it down. I wasn't sure there for a minute if I was going to be able to keep it down. It was so gross.
Oh my God!
Oh God. Do I look like a vampire?
Yes, you do.
Maybe I am a vampire. Who knows? And actually, I was born without those Dracula teeth that people say. I don't even have them. So maybe they removed them early. I don't know.
It's exactly like cod liver oil.
I den siste duellen møtes Berit og Liv.
I think I have some making up to do for yesterday, and I'm going to prove it today that I'm a great team member.
Om de to jentene får en kald dukkert eller ei, avgjøres av om de 3 lagkameratene har fulgt godt nok med I norsktimene og under oppholdet I vikinglandsbyen. De skal nemlig I løpet av 30 sekunder fullføre 3 setninger om norrøn mytologi. Og for å redde sin lagkamerat må de velge rett alternativ på alle de 3 setningene.
When we got up to the board and there was all these Norwegian sentences, you just had to really just act on your feet.
Hammer, right? Tor, hammer, I think that's right.
It's this one.
Yeah, I would just say that one. No, do it.
First line looks solid. Second line, definitely. Third line, anybody's game.
Wisest.
Do it.
Wisest, maybe?
Yep, okay.
It really came down to 3, 2, 1, pick one.
I just grabbed the word and put it up there. I was not overly confident that we were going to get all 3 right.
Worst case scenario, Barrett's getting a bath, so.
Which we all know she needs. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
If your team did not get all 3 words right, you will get a cold surprise.
I was doing my favorite meditation where you start with your toes and you say, my toes are asleep, my feet are asleep, my ankles are asleep. Just like working my way up, trying to feel like I was actually sleeping, trying desperately to tune out Henrietta talking about words or whatever.
Hanging there blindfolded felt like you were shark bait or something. That was the first thought I had, was like dangling above the water with something maybe lurking below.
Berit, the first word your team chose was hammeren. Liv, the first word your team chose was also hammeren. The correct word is hammeren. You're both safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Liv, the second word your team chose was ravner. Berit, your team chose the same, ravner. And the correct word was ravner. You're both safe.
All right. Oh, no.
Berit, the last word your team chose was kåteste. Trollene var de kåteste av alle skapninger. Liv, your team chose vakreste. Trollene var de vakreste av alle skapninger.
I really felt pretty calm there until the last thing Henrietta said, when both Barrett and I had a different answer, and I knew one of us at least was going in. That was the only time I felt my heart go a little bit.
The correct word is eldste.
Falling into the water was great. I think I did win the point for my team. Yes, I'm very confident in that.
I think my pulse was changing a little bit, but I think all in all, I kept it together for the most part. We'll see. I think I did pretty good, though.
This competition was all about being fearless like a Norwegian Viking. And you all really were. However, tomorrow one of the teams will have to face an even bigger fear. The losing team will have to fight against each other in the individual competition.
There's a little trepidation for the results, but I'm not overtly nervous, I guess.
Siden Andy vant den første duellen, og Colby vant den andre, det utfallet av de 2 siste duellene som avgjør hvilket lag som må belage seg på at Norgesoppholdet kan gå mot slutten.
In the 2 last duels, it was very even.
But one team actually managed to win both.
I know Barrett has some very, very good meditation strategies from yoga and that sort of thing, but I think I might have topped her on that one.
You know, I have done my fair share of yoga and meditation, but I'm also sort of like an anxious person, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna go. But I'm hoping that mine's slower than Leif's.
The winning team is... Etter en kort pause får du vite hvilket lag som stikker av med seieren, og dermed sikrer seg nok en uke i Norge. 8 norsk-amerikanere i Norge for å konkurrere om et møte med sin norske slekt.
I'm gonna do everything I can to make it to the end.
Før pausen konkurrerte rødt og blått lag om hvem som, på ekte vikingvis, best klarte å kontrollere sin egen frykt.
Did something just happen? I just had the nicest nap.
Og prisen for seieren er betydningsfull. Laget som vinner vil nemlig ikke kunne sendes hjem fra Norge denne uka. The winning team is... Team Red!
Right now, I do not feel calm. I feel fantastic, but I also feel calm because I'm staying in Norway because Team Red pulled it out. I feel good.
Blue team, this means that you have to face each other in the individual competition. Except from you, Liv, because you got the Norwegian Spirit Award.
You never know what to expect, and I know that I'll be dueling against two people that I've come to love, but are also fierce competitors and true Vikings. So we'll see what it's like tomorrow.
Etter en lang dag med mye nerver skal amerikanerne endelig få slappe av og nyte en bedre middag.
When we came in, it was so rustic chic. There was a lovely menu, so we all sat down and we were ready for a wonderful dinner.
Doggins. What is that?
Kutchuler Medagen?
I don't know what Doggins is. Maybe it's the name of this restaurant. I don't know. We had no idea what Doggins was, but it was 285 kroner, so we thought, well, it must be a delicacy.
Good evening.
Oh, hello.
Are you ready for some fine dining?
Yes. Could you tell us what Doggins are?
Doggins. That's real food for real Vikings. That's good.
The guy who presented the food looked like a fisherman, so I had kind of an inclination that it might be fish.
So, the main course.
When they brought the plates in with lids on them, we knew it was something uncommonly eaten in America, you know.
Food being served to me covered up is not a good sign.
I hope whatever comes doesn't have eyes.
Vær så god og vel bekomme.
Guys, what is this gonna be? It's feeling warm. It's gonna be good.
It was so disgusting. There was this fish head staring right at me with this like bulging crazy eye, and I was like, what am I supposed to eat on this thing? I thought this was what goes in the garbage.
When we took off the lid and I saw that face staring up at me, all those eyes, and mine was bigger by far than everyone's, and mine smelled awful. And mine was like green. I felt like other people's weren't as like frog looking, and I saw the teeth. It was not cute.
You're not even giving it a shot. You know.
I can't look at it and eat it. I'm definitely a watered down Viking. I think of it kind of like Barbie dolls. There's Malibu Barbie and then there's Viking Barbie, and I'm somewhere in between. Oh, no. You guys, bon appetit.
Oh God. It's like all liquidy. There was nice looking meat in there, but it kind of like had this mucusy layer over it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like fish. It was good meat, but it was just, the presentation was terrible. I mean, come on.
I knew I'd find that special someone when I came to Norway. Oh, I was excited because my fish was looking right back at me saying, let's get to know each other on a personal level. Fish really is brain food.
It is really good.
Did you just eat the eye?
Good cod.
Did you just eat an eyeball?
Was it not supposed to be?
No, you're definitely supposed to, but I'm just amazed that you did.
Wait, you ate the eyeball?
Oh, God.
I can't. What did you?
He just sucked the eyeball out of the head.
Why is this gonna haunt me?
My stomach was like doing flips. It was still full of ox blood. I was like, this is the most disgusting thing ever. That sound was like a giant loogie. It was so gross.
No, don't. Don't play with your food. That slurping sound was the worst. It was like a, and you could just hear all of the innards of that fish moving around, and it was, I can't believe he did that. I just can't believe it. Is it good? Like, what does it taste like?
Eyeball. Are you gonna try it?
I gotta try one, dude.
Oh, gee. Oh.
Just swallow it. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
The whole thing? Ready?
Think of it an oyster that looks bad. Oh, you dropped half of it.
I might need a drink for that.
Where's your yakami?
If there was some akavit, that might make it.
Oh my God.
Go for the eye.
Try the eye.
Try the eye.
Give it a chance.
You're in Norway, brother.
Nice.
Oh. Okay, I just ripped his jaw.
Eyeball was this white little thing with a bunch of snot hanging on it. It was disgusting.
Let's do it, Colby.
Oh my
Bear
God,
it.
it looks-
One. You got it.
I'm sorry.
2.
Oh, okay.
Aye,
One,
Captain.
2.
Just swallow it.
Yep.
You can do it, Colby. That's why they make that like that. You're okay, Colby.
I don't think I've moved that fast in any competition. When I put it in my mouth, the snot hit my tongue first, and then the hard piece hit the back of my throat, and I couldn't help it. I just started gagging.
No, I don't know how you did it. I'm done. Oh, I'm full. Oh, very nice.
I will never eat an eyeball of any kind, ever, again.
Det er en ny dag i idylliske Lofoten, men idyllen er truet. Denne dagen vil for en av amerikanerne nemlig bli den aller siste i Norge.
I just feel kind of bad that I'm not getting to compete with you guys. It's one of the double-edged sword effects of having the troll is that you have that kind of sense of relief, but at the same time you feel guilty that, you know, you can't go out and fight for your right to be here.
You did your best. I feel like that's a contribution that you can't feel bad just because you lost.
You're gonna nail it today, no matter what the competition is.
As long as I give it my best, right, and honor the Vikings' roots in the theme of this week, that's all that I can do, right? This challenge could be difficult, and so I'm not gonna worry too much about the challenge. Or how it is that I'm going to beat Karak and Greg, who are awesome competitors. I want them to stay. And then for me, I want me to stay too, and it's hard because there's obviously a break there. We can't all stay. So that's why I'm emotional about it, because I know that what I want can't happen.
Elimination days are always sad days. You know you're losing somebody that you have become friends with, or you yourself might be leaving, you know, so it's definitely the roughest day of the week.
It's time for the last and for one of you, final challenge. The person that loses this competition will unfortunately have to go back to America. In the individual competition today, we're gonna settle it the Viking way. When the Vikings had a disagreement, they used to gå holmgang. I will now take the 3 of you out to this small island. Unfortunately, only 2 of you will come back with me. Norge er en nasjon med lang tradisjon for tro og overtro. Selv om mange regner Norge som et ganske sekulært samfunn, er likevel interessen for det åndelige svært nærværende. Det er kanskje ikke så rart, for så langt tilbake som det finnes skriftlige kilder, har alltid troen på noe vært sterk hos nordmannen. Vikingene trodde for eksempel på en mann som fløy over himmelen med en hammer, og en annen fyr med ett øye i panna, og en hest med 8 bein. Og for at det skulle gå dem godt, og at avlingene skulle bli gode, måtte de stadig holde gudene fornøyd. Da landet ble kristnet, sluttet nordmenn å tro på disse mytene, og begynte i stedet å tro på en langhåret mann som gikk på vannet. Med innføringen av kristendommen opphørte også mange av vikingenes andre skikker og tradisjoner. For eksempel ble det slutt på at uoverensstemmelser ble avgjort ved at folk banket rettferdigheten inn i hverandre ute på en liten holme. Greg, Andy, Karak, are you ready to go holmgang?
Yes.
Let's go. Come with me.
If I have to leave Norway today, it'll be devastating to me. I came here with certain goals, and I have accomplished most of them, all except for one, which is meeting my family. And hopefully, you know, it works out and my dream comes true.
You know, I've been away from my family for a long time now, so if I went home today, it would be a win-win, so to say. But if I was to win today and proceed on, I would gladly embrace that and take another step towards meeting my living Norwegian family.
I will now test your knowledge about the Vikings with a quiz.
One of the things I know the most about in my life is the Vikings, so I feel confident that I'll make it through this.
Deltakerne har nå 2 valg. Om de vet svaret på spørsmålet, kan de rope navnet sitt og dermed få 2 poeng. Men det er ikke uten risiko. Svarer de feil, får nemlig de 2 konkurrentene muligheten til å svare på det samme spørsmålet med 3 svaralternativer, og dermed score 1 poeng hver.
And the first person that reaches 4 points will be safe and get to leave the island. Here is the first question. From what animal did the horns that the Viking used on their helmets come from?
Om ingen av deltakerne roper navnet sitt innen 5 sekunder, får alle 3 muligheten til å svare med alternativer, men da er belønningen kun 1 poeng for rett svar.
It's time. Here's 3 alternatives. A, the bull. B, a goat. Or C, they did not have horns. Andy, what is your answer?
C. They didn't have horns.
Carrick, what about you?
C, they didn't have horns.
And Greg?
C, they didn't have horns.
And the correct answer is C, they didn't have horns. What is the name of Odin's 2 ravens?
Karak.
Yes, Carrick?
Hugin and Moonin.
Carrick, that's correct. Congratulations, 2 points for you.
I felt really good. I felt confident. You know, I only needed 1 more point to be safe. So at that point, I felt like I was in the driver's seat. You know, they had to catch me. It wasn't the other way around.
Where did the Vikings believe they would go if they died in a battle?
Greg.
Yes, Greg?
Valhalla.
That is correct. Congratulations. 2 points for you.
Tack.
So the score so far, Carrick 3 points, Greg 3 points, and Andy 1 point. So Carrick and Greg, you now need only 1 more point to be safe.
I was behind by 2 points, and the boys only needed each 1 point in order to win. So I was feeling the weight of actually going home.
What is the name of the big creature that holds the earth together by biting its own tail?
Andy.
What is your answer?
Midgard serpent.
Andy, that is correct. Congratulations. Now it's a tie, everybody. The first one to reach 4 points will be safe.
I was a little nervous because I didn't want to jump the gun and yell my name and answer a question wrong and then have them get the 3 alternative answers.
Which god is it that the other gods in the Norse mythology did not trust?
Andy.
Even though I knew that one, I didn't know it 100%, and so I didn't say anything. And of course, Andy was the one to chime in.
What is your answer?
Loki.
Andy, that is correct. And you're safe and can leave the island. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good job, Andy.
Oh,
She's bright.
Girl power. Yeah. Can't lose any ladies.
She's a brain trust.
I was relieved when I was safe. It was nice to know that I got the points in order to stay in the competition. But at the same time, I had the stomach drop because I know that one of my teammates is going home.
Come here, beautiful.
I was a little jealous, I have to say, but at the same time, very happy for her. We just love each other at this point, and we just want everyone to have this dream come true of meeting their family.
Greg and Carrick, where we're at right now, you both got 3 points. So the first person to reach 4 points will be safe, and the person standing will be the one that have to leave Alt for Norge.
Oh. Carrick is a man of steel, and he's a fierce competitor. He studied a lot of Viking history before coming here, so it was like, God, I just hope they ask the right question because I'm probably the one who knows the least. And he's just really someone I was not wanting to go up against, to be honest with you.
At your visit at the Viking farm, you experienced a special kind of offering.
Greg. Blot?
Greg, Blut is correct. Congratulations, you're safe.
When she said, Greg, you're correct, it was like, oh my God. And it was just utter relief. Brother, Licky Teal, all the best. Go hug those kids, man. Just feeling so much for Carrick, because for some reason I miraculously walked away, and this guy was the one, not going on with us. So it was a really kind of just tough moment, really. Just a bittersweet, really, is all I can say.
Yeah, he was Viking.
And he can pass it on to his kids, who are, I'm sure, are going to be great Vikings.
Yes,
Dad's coming
definitely,
home.
yeah.
He's gonna be glad.
I'll be sad to see him go.
It's really hard to lose Carrick because he was my big brother. If I ever had a problem, I could go to him and he would make me smile or threaten to punch me in the face if I didn't start smiling again. So I feel very fortunate to have spent this time with him and to have gone on this journey together. And we both got to be Vikings. That was definitely a highlight of the trip, I think, for both of us.
It feels horrible to have to go home. I don't feel like I finished my journey. I wanted to finish this out and be here to the end and meet my relatives, but it didn't work out that way, so I guess it's just something I have to deal with.
Alt for Norge is over for you,
Yes,
but you will come back to Norway, don't you think?
definitely. Norway was an amazing place. Best place I've ever been in my life.
And when you come back to Norway, you might use this. It's a book with information about your Norwegian relatives.
Excellent.
So, Carrick, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. It was nice to get to know you.
You too. Vi ses.
Vi
Vi
ses.
ses i Norge. Ha det.
Ha det. That's where I was. My main goal coming here was to get information to share with my sons, since my dad never had the knowledge to tell me where our family came from and stuff like that. So many questions I've had in my life have been answered and fulfilled in this trip. It's just been a great experience. I'm sad that it's over.
Før vi forlater vikingtema helt, skal en av amerikanerne tildeles prisen for å ha utvist god norsk sportsånd. En pris som vil gi mottakeren immunitet i neste ukes konkurranser.
This week, the award goes to a person that keeps bringing joy and laughter to everyone in the group and everyone around. This week, this person really stepped out of the comfort zone and never complained. He really impressed me when he consumed ox blood and a fisheye in one day, even though he's a vegetarian. So, Kalby, you already got the Spirit Award once, but once again, well deserved.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next week, you're safe from elimination.
Thank you. I don't know what to say, but I hope I truly deserve this, and I love these people, and I love Carrick, who left us today. So whatever happens, I just want to honor them, and I want to honor Carrick and the rest of the team.
I think Colby absolutely deserves it. I am very happy to pass it on to him. I did, however, tell him that now I learned how to be a Viking and I know how to pillage and conquer. I also have a taste for blood, so if I want that troll back, I'm gonna come get it.
I think you totally deserved it once you were slurping down that eyeball.
Yeah, if you weren't Viking before you came here, you're definitely Viking after this experience.
Oh my God.
Thank you. After the fish, working with the sheep, drinking ox blood. I'm less Malibu Barbie, and I'm total Viking Barbie. So I am ready to keep competing and to stay here.
Neste uke skal amerikanerne få oppleve en helt annen side ved det å være nordmann.
Huffa meg, jeg er så sint så fy. Opp og stå! Rydde med en gang!
Men det blir ikke helt ufarlig det heller.
I feel ready for bed.
Hello. Oh, thank you.
Monster.